but I want to see his nuke. Yeah, around 200k, so that actually went a lot better than I expected.
Like this video, subscribe and give FroTheK a lovely comment down below.
Hey guys, welcome. I'm FroTheK. Welcome to this video. How was that for an intro? The sad thing is I actually did try, maybe not my best, but I did make some effort into making that intro, so I hope you appreciate it. Anyways, I was just testing this team against a team. I just basically wanted to get my champs lined up for kind of show off the gear and stuff. It worked out a lot better than I expected. So this will be a showcase of Kawn. Yeah, let's make this all the way. I am very undecided about him. I do think he is good. He will not be top tier. I can say that for certain. He does have some interesting abilities, and I do have 3 live videos lined up after this showcase, or whatever you want to call it. And first of all, removes 1 random debuff. That is actually quite handy. Block revive on the A1. He does hit quite hard. Of course I would have wished him to hit a little bit harder, but he can take out most champions. Oh, I don't even have him. I do think I tested him with Cat's Gaze. Yeah, I did use Cat's Gaze on him for the live arena videos. Just up to make him as strong as possible. It does have quite good gear, so yeah, around 350 crit damage with Cat's Gaze, more ignore defense. He's not very fast, but this mastery does help a lot, since he will be mainly a go second champion. I did try him. He can work very well for if you just use a speed booster and stuff, and so he can take out pretty much anyone without stone skin with his ability. It hits for around 200k, most champions. So yeah, it hits really hard, but it does need a big shield, so that's why Freya is in the team. Also this strengthen, shield and the counterattack, that also comes into play on one of the live arena videos, where I'm kind of stalling them. I don't remember, there was someone with I think it was Alas who did his ability. Yeah, block damage. So I kind of had to stall them out. So then I used this ability and just waited them out. And once the buff ran out from Alas on the opposing team, he did block revive someone on the counterattack, and so it does have quite an interesting ability, and also removes 1 random debuff at the start of their turn. That also comes into play in one of the videos. I think it was the last video where Kawn got revived by Queen Ankara, decreased turn meter. So Marius did A1, gave Kawn, so he can't crit. He gets his turn, removes the debuff, and yeah, just about wipes the opposing team. So I think it, at least the, yeah, I think he used A2 and wiped them, so yeah, quite standard masteries, I think. Okay, so I did build him as a go first originally. Yeah, I think this is important, and this is also really nice. Could argue for this as well, but yeah, I'm blocking it, of course. So there we go. Let me see if I can make myself a little bit smaller. Of course I can't. There we go. And yeah, Queen Ancora, however you pronounce it. I do think using a shield set, bolster is the best, of course, protected. That really helps against Marius teams, or basically any team when you want to survive for 2 turns. I do like the pairing because Narcissus is really nasty against shields. So you don't really want, so I basically pick, I think I picked Armands most times first, then Queen and King, and then Freya and Kawn last. So I make sure that I have both of them, because Narcissus is, yeah, quite annoying against shield sets. So if I were to use, I was thinking maybe Noelle and Harima, for example, could be a good pairing. But then you have to make certain you don't face the Narcissus. Yeah. Freya. Everyone is in Stone Skin. So, quite strong build. I haven't really changed his build. I suppose I could make him a little bit stronger now, but not by much, I think. Yeah, I built her specifically for this high HP, for a big shield, faster than Narcissus. A little bit of resistance, but that was, yeah, I didn't aim for it, I think I just aimed for high HP. I tried to get quite a lot of defense and resistance on Freya. I do want her crit capped, but she doesn't hit super hard, but hard enough that it can make a difference. She is quite fast, so I can have the option to use her A3 if I want to. So I think the Queen is almost in range, at least 20%, 260. Yeah, almost in range of the speed boost if the opposing team doesn't have supersonic or stuff like that. Yeah, so that's, I could just show the masters here. Yeah. Did show his. Yeah, so I think I have pretty much the same. Yeah, so yeah, quite similar, but anyways, let's try a few more arena fights. It's actually quite high team power. Let's see how that works out with this team. Doesn't look super scary, but also Freya can be a nice safety against Tormin. Actually do think I want to start with her block debuffs. So let's just try this first. Quite a nice shield still, so this will take some time. course, Narcissus is pretty good as well. Pretty good. Remove buff, that's perfect. So that's A1. Yeah, I was hoping for this to come back. 245, so with the shield up he hits insanely strong. Or hard, I should say. He hits insanely hard. So yeah, it's typical go first team at least, so let's see how we hold up against this team. Double stone skin on Thor, that's unusual. Yeah, so we won't be doing anything soon, but I think I'll just block debuffs and I'll just wait them out, I think. Okay, so yeah, it wasn't that hard after all. Lockout. Yeah. Okay, so Harima. This could be a harder team, I think. Not super high team power. Actually go first. So I could actually try to see if I can. Yeah, so they got in line. So my Queen Anchor isn't quite fast enough to see the A2 of Narcissus. 43, 45. Yeah, about the same as the Kawn A2. So that does say something. So this should be a really hard team. Oh, this is probably too hard. Yeah. Let's try this one. Also, sometimes I use the aura of the king. Maybe I should have done it this time. And no, I won't go first, and there's no possibility of sheep. That's the only reason I have the queen first. So I do kind of want to block a revive on someone. Ah, he survived that one. So let me try to... Oh, too slow. Or not too slow, but too weak. Ah, so I actually did get... This is turning into a King Narcissus showcase. So let's bring him back. I don't really want to strengthen and shield. Bigger shield. So I was kind of hoping they would bring someone back. So that's the A1. But yeah, the team overall, of course that wasn't really Kawn, but let's try something different. Let's just try this to see if I can block Riva the Sun Wukong. I should be going first at least. So let's see. Yeah, block Riva on him at least. So let's get the shield. Let's see what they took. 236 on the Mitrala. That's quite strong. Yeah. So how should we deal with nice? Oh yeah, let's try to stun him. Almost. Let's see, does he have his A2 back? No, that's okay. 55, so the A1 isn't super strong, but it did take out the Sun Wukong. So this was just to show that there are different ways you can use him. I would have loved to have a Necrit to test him with. I do think Necrit is, of course Necrit is strong for a lot of things, but I do think he is a perfect pairing. It doesn't give a shield at first, but if you're going second, don't have Necrit, so is he undead? Yeah, but it does have strength. Where is it? Yeah, places a shield buff on the ally equal to 30% of this champion's max HP for 2 turns when the ally is attacked. So on a go second team, he will get his shield as well as a lot of protection. So, and also he does have all allies on the rally protection join the attack, so that is another way you can use his block revive. So yeah, I would have loved to have had him to test him, but I don't. But if you have him, that does increase his value. As it is right now, I might use him for siege. I won't be having him as a steady part of my live arena lineup, or whatever you want to call it. But if you don't have a lot of nukers, of course, I am lucky enough to have a 5-star blessing on Alas. He's really good. I have Commodus, I have Nice, I have Aries, although might be controversial, but I've stopped using him in arena, at least for a while. Maybe I'll bring him back, but basically I don't really have the gear to put him into a good PvP build without taking gear from anyone else, and I do use him quite a lot in PvE. He's in a lot of my team, so, and it does work in a 9-piece layer for arena, but I don't think it's a great build. So seeing as I have other options, yeah, I'm trying to do it without, and rather try to use teams that kind of work around Marius. So I've actually started drafting Armands first. Armands with sheep against Marius is really, really good. I do love Fabian as well. So my 3 first is actually Arbeus, or I usually try to get Armands first, then Arbeus and Fabian, and the last 2 might be Nice, Alas, Commodus. Yeah, maybe Harima, maybe He-Man. Sometimes I use King and Queen as well. So, but then I don't use those 3 first. But yeah, that's not part of this video. But I have been trying a lot of different stuff this weekend. Anyways, I'll cue the live arena videos. I've made some new music, so I hope you enjoy, and see you in the next one.
I watched the skies begin to burn, and there she stood, Freya, proud and stern. With prismatic aegis she cast her light, a shield so strong it turned the fight. Monsters broke like waves on stone, because she never stood alone. Then came Kawn with rage and flame, and I swear the field would never be the same. With Branchbreaker he struck so true, each blow he dealt the legends grew. I saw the earth beneath him crack, no enemy could hold him back. Then came Kawn with rage and flame, and I swear the field would never be the same. With Branchbreaker he struck so true, each blow he dealt the legends grew. I saw the earth beneath him crack, no enemy could hold him back. Shield and storm they fought as one, each step they took the tide was done. Kawn led the charge with fire and steel, and I recall the ground would feel the force of Freya's glowing shield, and what true power they could wield. Queen Ancora, cloaked in red, with bolster shields she pushed ahead. I saw her stand through flame and rain, a wall of calm, immune to pain. She raised her hand and time stood still, she fought with grace and iron will. Then Norse's king with voice so grand called the champions to take a stand. His courage sparked like morning fire, his words alone could lift them higher. He marched beside them, blade to bone, they never faced the dark alone. Shield and storm they rose and roared, their bond the blade, their will the sword. Freya's light and Kawn's fierce cry, and Cora's shield and Narcissus nigh. Together they became the flame, and every foe now knows their name. So if you ask me who stood tall when darkness came to break us all, I'll speak of four whose strength was true, and tell the tale of what they do. But Kawn's name I'll carve in stone, the mightiest I've ever known. Like this video, subscribe and give FroTheK a lovely comment down below.